know, I'm getting it back.
Growing up, I've been told that I have an RBF, which if you didn't know stands for resting bitch face, which Urban Dictionary defines as a serious condition that affects 1 to 6 people and is common in girls who naturally look mean when their face is expressionless without meaning to. When I've asked my friends their first impression of me, more often than not, they respond by saying I seemed unapproachable, when in actuality I just have a hard time expressing a full range of expressions. Obviously, my friends eventually came to get to know me and disregard my tendency to seem standoffish. However, those who don't know me well are left with the impression that I'm mean. Because of this, I try on a daily basis to change this perception. Similarly to my intimidating facade, sharks are stuck with a reputation as deadly killers, shown very little kindness from people, and are one of the most misunderstood animals on this earth. I know that I can relate to this feeling, and I believe it is important to investigate humans' perception of sharks, how and why this image was created, negative effects of this, and recommend a course of action. So first off, what are some common words you associate with sharks? Most people tend to throw out words like deadly, attack, and sharp teeth, and are paired with these images. Less common words, which equally describe sharks, include endangerment, ancient, and significant. I admit that I didn't used to categorize sharks in the same groups as other animals, and for some reason thought they were less deserving of the treatment which other animals receive. I began to question the reasoning behind this when I saw a documentary on Netflix called Tales by Life. In one of the episodes, shark diver Jim Abernathy shares his friendly relationship he's developed with tiger sharks, who are notorious for being dangerous. In this episode, he is surrounded by 30 sharks, which kindly greet him and even respond positively to touch, similar to when a dog wags its tail. It's hard to kind of get a feel for what this looks like, so I'm going to show you a short clip.
Come back repeatedly to get this affection over and over and over again. It's a real privilege to be with these beautiful creatures.
Although seeing this interaction alone might alter your perception, there is sufficient data that points towards their friendly nature. According to a blog called Sharks vs. Humans, written in 2016, humans aren't sharks' natural prey. Sharks are actually older than dinosaurs and have had to eat something for those millions of years before we popped up and learned how to swim. Turns out, sharks have more reason to fear humans, so much so that the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History reports in 2017 that 26 to 73 million sharks are sold in markets worldwide. This is not to say that sharks cannot be dangerous. Their sharp teeth and curiosity can sometimes result in attacks. National Geographic reports in 2005 that in the United States, sharks kill fewer than 20 people each year. There have been years where vending machines have caused more fatalities. And many of these attacks, Daryl Fears reports in 2013, are caused by sharks mistaking humans wearing black wetsuits as seals. Now you might be wondering, if there's so much evidence that supports their non-aggressive behavior, why are we scared of them? Marine biologist Blake Chapman, a shark expert at the University of Queensland in Australia, explains that this fear stems from the possibility that we could die from a shark attack. Fears don't always match facts, and fear of being attacked is more an emotional response than reality. We aren't born with these fears, but develop them as we grow up. One main source for this fear is created is through media and movies like Jaws and Finding Nemo. where sharks are characterized as deadly killers whose main prey are humans. Now you might be wondering, why does it matter what I think of sharks? According to a 2017 experiment conducted on reducing fear to influence policy, public emotion can sway elected officials who create environmental policies. For example, in Western Australia, the federal government implemented a trial of drawing sharks near the surface in order to kill them for public safety. Here, the politicians use emotional ploys to frighten the public into supporting their policy. Authorized shark hunts, beach nets, and baited drumlines are the leading lethal policies responsible for shark killings. Another serious threat to the shark population is shark fin soup. To make this soup, a shark has its fin cut off and then is thrown back into the ocean, but it cannot swim. So it sinks, suffocates, bleeds out, or is eaten by other scavengers. According to NOAA, the shark finning prohibition of 2000 prohibits most states from finning sharks, but some are still allowed to do so. While my main goal is to deconstruct this irrational fear and show that we are actually more harmful to sharks than they are to us, I also hope to show you how important their survival is to our environment. Sharks are slow to reproduce, and their dramatic decline in population if it continues, extinction is likely. According to Dr. Rainer Froese for Oceana, sharks are at the top of the ocean food chain and maintain the species below them, serving as an indicator for the overall health of the ocean. Their extinction would throw the ocean ecosystem out of balance and have unknown rippling effects. While these effects are unlikely to occur during our lifetime, if left unresolved, our grandchildren may only know of sharks by seeing Jaws or Finding Nemo. In addition to this, our marine ecosystem will suffer, with a strong likelihood of failing. In order to prevent this from occurring, we must take action right now. So here's what you can do to help the shark population. First off, by not eating shark fin soup, you can help to reduce the number of sharks killed by its production. Secondly, you can become more informed in the way in which media uses emotional triggers to affect your perception and fears. Thirdly, by learning about current policies in the United States and other countries, you can make informed decisions regarding environmental issues. Lastly, I ask that you not only become more knowledgeable about the natural behavior of sharks, but also other misunderstood predators that are vital for all of our ecosystems. After all, their mean appearance might just be an outer shell for a soft inner personality.